Former president was back in New York this week, appearing for a deposition concerning a $250 million fraud lawsuit. Trump reportedly was grilled for about 7 hours, this time about his company's business practices. This as the Republican House plans to fight back against Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg. For more on this, let's welcome in Chairwoman of Legacy PAC, Angie Wong, and host of the Patriot Barbie podcast, Lindsey Graham. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to jump right in here. New York's Attorney General Letitia James is claiming Trump and 3 of his children overvalued his assets, such as his hotels, his golf courses, and so on, while lying to banks about his net worth. Now, Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, saying in a statement in regard to this case that the president, quote, he remains resolute in his stance that he has nothing to conceal, and he looks forward to educating the Attorney General about the immense success of his multi-billion-dollar company. So, Angie, I'll go to you first. What's your take on the merits of this case?
Yeah, I mean, they keep trying to find something on Trump. I think Trump had the best response to this, which is, Letitia James, do you really think you know more than accountants and people who do treasury and everyone who does audits? So I think he will be schooling Letitia James on what business accounting will look like. Unfortunately, we may not get to that point until right around the election or thereafter. But and that's why this is really just a witch hunt and a complete lawfare on behalf of the New York AG.
Well, Letitia James, her entire campaign was basically one big promise just to take down Donald Trump.
Will you sue him for us?
Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass. He's going to know my name personally.
I mean, Lindsey, does this just show the weaponization of power over politics?
Yeah, and I feel so bad for the Trump family because they got into this to truly save America. And ever since Trump was a billionaire almost his entire adult life, and everyone has left him alone. It wasn't until he jumped in and decided to run for president, become president, and run for re-election for president that he was suddenly the target of all of these agencies and all of these people personally who had a vendetta against him for what? Wanting what's best for our country. He's taken the hits nonstop only since announcing his presidency back in 2015, his run for presidency. And this man is just fighting them nonstop, which to me, it makes me support him all the much more because he is continuing to battle. He's not backing down, and he's exactly who he said he was going to be in our run for presidency, and I support him for that.
Angie, I'm in real estate. I know a little bit about it. And if they wanted to go after any large real estate owner in New York City or even within the state, all of them would have the exact same problem. So talk about cherry picking. But, also in New York, the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, is suing Congressman Jim Jordan, whom I served with, by the way, a great guy, over his inquiry into the 34 felony Trump indictment, 34 counts. Angie, if this case is so cut and dry, let me ask you a question. Why is Bragg hiding?
Jim Jordan from Ohio, I mean, this is hysterical. Look, Alvin Bragg and Letitia James, they have one job, and that is to protect the citizens of New York. What are they doing? They're going after a guy in Florida, and they're going after a guy in Ohio, right? What happened to just protecting citizens like myself? I'm a former New Yorker. I'm a New York refugee at the moment because I can't live there. The crime is just so high, but they can't do their own jobs. In fact, they have to just go after people who will basically benefit their re-election efforts. Trump is a trigger word. It will energize their base to donate to them and to vote for them. So that's why they're doing this. There is no merits to this case. Every legal expert, I'm sure that you've spoken to, have says, no, this is not going to go through. Although, given the deep blue Manhattan jury pool and judges who are after Trump, and that's, unfortunately, Trump is the moose head in their clubs. We almost have to prepare for a conviction here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm looking forward to hearing exactly what Jim Jordan is able to find out during his questioning as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some of these hearings. I don't think it's going to be so informative, but at least he's going to shed a light. We'll get some press, and we'll get some people that maybe haven't been following it as closely to think what exactly is going on here in New York City. You just heard Angie say she's a New York refugee. It's the first time I heard that, but I think it's a very salient point that people are fleeing New York because it's so dangerous. So thank you to our panel. Thank you, and have a great Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more. But